Question 8. Without explicit calculation, state which integrals are non-zero. So first we'll start off with the definition of an odd and even function. So an even function is a function for which f of minus x equals f of x. So you should be able to see that given this definition, an even function, those functions are sort of symmetric about the y-axis. So for example, if you take y equals x squared, we know it looks something like this. It's symmetric around y. So if you take the integral between, say, minus a and a, you've got two equal areas. Therefore, the integral would be non-zero. Conversely, if you consider an odd function, whose definition is f of minus x equals minus f of x. So for example, a really simple one being y equals x. That graph looks something like this. Again, if you go from integral minus a to a, you get two areas that are again equal but sort of opposite, because an odd function is anti-symmetric, and those areas will cancel to 0. How does this help us in this question? Well, we simply have to evaluate each function within the integral, check whether it's odd or even, and therefore we know whether or not the integrals are non-zero or not. And note that the limits of each of these integrals are between, they're minus a and a. So that's good. So the first one, if we take f to be this function, what's f of minus x? Well, it's minus x all squared sine of minus x, which is x squared minus sine x, which is odd, which means this function does indeed equal 0. Next, e to the minus x. So what's f of minus x? F of minus x is e to the minus x squared, which equals e to the minus x. Therefore, this is an even function. And by the logic we've said over here, this isn't 0, because you get two equal areas on each side. What about this one? F of minus x equals cos squared x of minus x, which does indeed equal cos squared x. So again, this is even and not equal to 0. What about the last one? F of minus x equals minus x e to the minus x squared, which equals minus x e to the minus x, which is odd. So it does equal 0. So then this one equals 0 and this one equals 0. But in the question, it wants the ones that are non-zero, which is 2 and 3. So the answer is A.